And we are live.
Yes, indeed.
Good morning, Crypto Warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 248. Today is Friday, September 14th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish. There we go.
Back.
And Bitcoin Zay is back from DC. How was the Black Blockchain Summit out there?
Oh man, it was amazing. So many great minds coming together. Finally got to see Max Kaiser and all his glory. Jeff Garzik, a lot of good people out there. Some OGs who've been around a long time. People from the African diaspora and Puerto Rico, Haiti, people from everywhere. So yeah, great to see them and great to be there, man. Learned a lot.
There we go. And then I was saying I got to make sure I make it next year. Some of our Warriors are in the house too. So shout out some of our Warriors who made it.
Crypto Q out there. Yeah, man.
Crypto Q. Jamal J said he went. Good stuff.
Yep. Bitcoin Vegan. Yeah, it was power packed, man. It was a lot of people.
Good stuff. All right. For the free Satoshis from yesterday, we asked, we see banks and institutions starting to develop new ways to make funny money. Of course, with all their new Bitcoin-backed synthetic products, I asked if you could, if you think what's the next one's going to be, if you can create one, would it be? And Roderick Harden was the winner. He said, I can see banks coming up with some sort of diddly gang savings investment instrument, sort of like a CD, where you buy X amount of Bitcoin at a fixed interest rate for a fixed withdrawal date. And when the Bitcoin savings certificate matures, they pay you the value of the certificate plus the interest in cash. So not only would you not ever actually have the Bitcoin, you would never have the physical dollars either. So the name of the game for the banks would be to move your Bitcoin from your wallet to their wallet.
Oh man,
it's a fugazi, it's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's fairy dust. That is exactly what he said. So shout out to Roderick. We have you and our other two winners from the last couple of days down. We'll make sure to send all those Satoshis today, this weekend.
The IOU economy.
The IOU economy. You know how it is. So thank you again for those answers. And with us today, we actually have a very special guest here with a very special cause that kicks off today. It is the Tour de Crypto, also known as Biking Across America, where crypto cyclists are looking to raise $1 million for charity. And today we have one of their lead business development side of the house and Blake Rizzo.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, Blake.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you having me on. Very nice to meet you guys on video here.
For sure. Well, actually, before I get going, I just want to give a couple of quick shout outs to some of our viewers. We'd like to say hello to everybody. Kevin Hodges, Allison, Vivian, Cashta, Jamal J, God TV, Cool Works. Thank you all for joining. Thank you everybody for joining.
Come on in.
So Blake, what is the who are you? What is the Tour de Crypto? What are you guys doing? You're biking across America from looks like here from New York all the way to Huntington Beach, California, to raise money for charity, correct?
That is correct. This is the brainchild of Jason Berlin. He's one of the riders and he's the founder of the tour. And he had always wanted to ride across the United States just as a personal goal. And earlier this year, he decided why not combine crypto and charitable giving and raise awareness for cryptocurrency donations to charity. So he decided that he had the time to do it. And, what better way to get through this bear market than do something positive and, kind of bring mass adoption through good intentions.
No, that is a really good point. And it looks like they're raising $1 million in cryptocurrency and USD for the Houston Area Women's Center, a nonprofit organization to help end domestic violence and sexual violence for all. What made them choose that organization in Houston?
Well, I'm from Houston and I'm very familiar with the organization. And when we first started talking, we had approached a lot of national charities, but they really didn't want to get involved. They, for whatever reason, didn't understand the crypto space and weren't very receptive to what we were doing. And so I mentioned to Jason that I had, was very familiar with the Houston Area Women's Center. They are an incredible organization. If you go on Charity Navigator, you'll see that they have just the highest marks available. And a personal friend of mine is the Chief Marketing and Development Officer at, it's called HAWC, H-A-W-C. And I went and approached them and they were just super excited. They were stoked. They had heard about cryptocurrency, didn't really know anything about it, but they loved the fact that they could be on the cutting edge of something, and they were very forward thinking. And so they were happy to get involved. And so I told Jason, he started looking into them. And after he completely vetted them, he said, let's do it. And we decided to dedicate the inaugural tour event to the Houston Area Women's Center.
Nice. So for you, oh, go ahead.
No, I wouldn't say anything. You're good.
So for you, how does your personal journey lead you to cryptocurrency?
Well, I'm a lawyer by trade and an LSU football fan.
Oh yeah.
And I born and raised in Baton Rouge, lived there for 30 years, LSU grad. So yeah, I'm a diehard. But I was in a LSU message board, and they had a money board, and people were talking about cryptocurrency. It was last summer, 2017. And for whatever reason, the owner of the board just, I guess, didn't like crypto, and he kept deleting all the threads. And so a few guys started a Telegram group. I got in that group and just started kind of paying attention, reading a few things. I had heard about Bitcoin years ago, never did anything with it, unfortunately. And so eventually I started doing my own research, started reading a lot of books. And it was in November of 2017 that I first got involved, made my first purchase, just a tiny amount to kind of see what it was all about. Went through December, thought I was a genius, thought I was going to be rich. And then, January 2018 hit, and I've just been kind of holding on like everybody else.
There we go. Well, hey, at least you're holding on.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Trying to.
A lot of people left, so it's good to see people holding on.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here for the long haul, man. I believe in cryptocurrency. I think it's going to be a disruptive technology that's going to change the way we do business and interact with one another. So yeah, no, I'm a true believer, and I'll see it to the end. It's I would much rather invest and make the attempt than sit back 10 years from now thinking, man, why didn't I get involved in that?
That's what Bitcoin Zay says all the time as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't look my kids in the face and tell them I had a chance and then do it.
Right.
You there.
Yeah. See, I mean, when the internet came out, I was actually graduating from law school. And so my thoughts were obviously focused on becoming a lawyer and all that stuff. And I didn't really see the opportunity that the internet had. And so now I look at this as sort of my second chance to get involved in something huge that could be a life changer. So yeah, I'm all in, man. I'm gonna ride it one way or the other.
There we go. Say we with you. We are with you. So just let everybody know, if they raise their $1 million goal, their plan is to fund half a year of services to HAWC's 120-bit secure shelter to ensure transparency. Donors can verify that the wallet addresses listed on Tour de Crypto's website and HAWC's own are the same. Again, we talked about this the other day, using blockchain technology and charitable donations. China wants to try to do that. And we also said, hey, here at home, we can use it for local organizations. I think that was actually our free Satoshi question a couple of days ago. So they're actually putting this thing to use. So just from a tech side and, being a crypto enthusiast, I can't wait to see how this actually works in general, just from you all accepting money on one end, pushing it to the other end, and everybody being able to track it from addresses. I think you all using this technology is not just saying we're doing a fundraiser over here, but we're actually using the tech behind it. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that's what we've done. I had to spend a lot of time educating them from the beginning. I mean, they had heard the name Bitcoin, but that was about it. So I spent a lot of time there educating them on exchanges, on wallets, and they are in complete control of all the wallets. 100% of the donations go directly to their wallets. The tour is not taking any money from the donations of cryptocurrency to HAWC. Oh, yeah. And so the cool thing is, most charities today, they treat crypto like they would sort of an in-kind or a stock donation. They'll immediately liquidate it, right? So they can turn it into fiat. Well, what we're doing with HAWC is we're actually trying to teach them and show them how it can be beneficial to hold and use the crypto. And so we're actually meeting with their board of directors to come up with some internal policies and procedures. And we're probably going to have a hybrid approach where some of it gets liquidated into fiat, but then some of it also is held so we can watch the markets. And then hopefully we'll be able to use some of it, with our vendors and whatnot. So it really is exciting that they are approaching this with a cryptocurrency mindset and not just okay, let's get it in and change it to fiat.
Yeah, shout out to you for that, because a lot of people looking at charities, I've seen that's the first thing they think is, okay, so how can I convert it? And we got to change the thinking that, if you keep it in crypto and if you're in for the long haul, you should actually hold for a little while, because that value can come back 10, 20 times fold. So yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain to them. I mean, I firmly believe, I may be completely wrong and off base, but I mean, I don't think we've seen the all-time high of Bitcoin. No. I think we're going to surpass the all-time high of 20 grand that we saw. And so wouldn't it be awesome if people donated some Bitcoin today and the charitable organization were able to realize that kind of a gain on that money?
And what I like is it might be possible to do that, sooner rather than later. Of course, just let everybody know again, the tour kicks off today, Friday, September 14th. These bikers are leaving from the Hamptons on cycles, like bicycles, not motorcycles, bicycles. And they're riding their bikes all the way to Huntington Beach, California. They expect to arrive Friday, November 9th. So around that time, we don't know what the market's going to look like. We might actually get a small push. And if they start accepting donations on the way, by the time they arrive, they can see the power of crypto already, Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
What ways can people donate?
Well, you can do it several ways. We have several community sponsors. So if you want, you can go buy you some HODL Fuel at hodlfuel.com, which is coffee. They are donating a portion of their proceeds to HAWC all during the tour. Bit Ninja Supply, if you want to get some cool tour to crypto gear.
And let me add one second for those who do want some cool tour to crypto gear. The Bit Ninja, I just put the site in the chat box. I am telling you, he has some awesome gear on it. I was jealous when I saw it. But there's all types of shirts, hats, hoodies, and all that good stuff, people. So make sure if you want some cool crypto gear, you check out their site too. They're at Bit Ninja.
Yeah, and he's donating 100% of all profits to HAWC.
Oh, wow.
So
nice.
He's actually not receiving any money.
Nice. That's what you call being all in. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow. I like this HODL Fuel coffee products as well. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah, a lot of people enjoy it.
All right. Well, we'll come back to more of the bike, and let's go ahead and jump on some of these quick news stories. There wasn't a lot today, of course. As of late, whenever Bitcoin pumps, the FUD cycle stops and it just gets pretty quiet. So I guess today's top story, Overstock.com lets customers buy Bitcoin via its crypto wallet portfolio company.
Oh, yeah.
The blockchain investment arm of the U.S. internet retailer Overstock announced that its investment choice, Bitsy, has begun a limited beta launch of its cryptocurrency wallet exchange that companies confirmed in a press release today, Friday, September 14th. Bitcoin, Zay, what's going on Overstock.com?
Oh, yeah. I think the only CEO more active than CZ is Patrick Byrne, and he's, he hasn't been playing around as far as getting into the crypto space. As you know, Overstock was one of the first companies to accept Bitcoin for payments back in 2014. And now that they've purchased Bitsy, that will take them to another level where you'll be able to actually purchase crypto directly from the retail website, and then hopefully usually to pay for their products or use it yourself. So one of the best things I've seen is that Overstock is a huge company who believes in crypto, not the other way around, a crypto company trying to be, huge later. So, a lot of these people who have small businesses who are looking to get into the Bitcoin space, use Overstock as an example. This is an example of a flourishing company. They're constantly, updating their awareness about the Bitcoin space. First, it was accepted. Now we need onboarding process, which is what they're doing now. And, getting Bitsy and integrating that is great. I love it. It's going to be a game changer, I believe, for Overstock.
So, Blake, you have an idea of the market outlook when it comes to adoption. I mean, you guys are doing this charity run bike race from, coast to coast for crypto donations and USD donations. You've been a lawyer, so I'm sure you know all about the litigation that's going on, the regulations. What's your thoughts on adoption and companies like Overstock saying, hey, you know what? We're going to get rid of this stain on cryptocurrency and welcome it?
I think it's great. I agree with Zay. When Overstock first came involved, you could tell they were serious. And it's good to see a company take the steps for mass adoption. And that's what we're trying to do as well. And I do think that once companies see the benefit of cryptocurrency and see how easy it is to deal with transaction-wise, transaction speeds, I think we are headed to the mass adoption arena. And I think more companies will be jumping on board, and they will use Overstock as an example, just like Zay said.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if HAWC could purchase items off Overstock to supply for the women there.
Oh, that for the shelter.
For the shelter. That'd be a great way to buy supplies.
To keep it all
crypto. Yeah, there we go. So that way they won't have to be confused. Oh yeah, you can use what you just got.
You're exactly right. Someone else brought that up early on, and we definitely talked to them about that. And again, that's part of the policy and procedure that we want to implement. So they are actually using the crypto for good. And able to support their own business without having to convert it to fiat.
Good stuff.
And definitely would be interesting. Again, once we'll definitely be talking to you along the way throughout the tour day crypto. But at the end, once everything's kind of settled and said and done, we'd love to talk to you as far as the business side of things, of how the whole process worked out as far as accepting the crypto and then pushing it over to HAWC as well. Because again, we just talked about this a couple of days ago, and we think this is starting to get tested out in the markets when it comes to charitable donations. And we're trying to figure out how to duplicate that, at least for local government, so we can see where some of this tax money goes to,
Right. Well, we are definitely be glad to come back and talk to you guys. But we also have a videographer, two guys that will be filming the entire journey. Nice. And we hope to be able to put together a documentary when this is all said and done, to use as sort of a pilot to show other charitable organizations and the world, how it went, how easy it is to do, and how beneficial it's been to HAWC. So we kind of, we want to be able to put this together to show everyone that, hey, let's change the narrative of cryptocurrency. This isn't terrorists and drug dealers. I mean, you can actually do good with this stuff,
And what we may be able to do too, since it's a Friday as well, we may be able to live stream from the finish line wherever they pull up at Huntington Beach. So that may be a possibility as well. That way we can get these guys and they come in live.
Yeah, we're actually talking with Crypto Wendy O. She is in the area, and she's helping us organize the finale party. And so, if we could get you guys involved, that'd be great.
Yeah, we'll definitely help out. We'll form it like almost like a meetup too, to have more people come out there.
Yeah, we're definitely having a meetup. She's securing the place right now. And if we can get it to work out, what we're hoping to do is sort of have like a finish line, like you see at a marathon, and kind of have them come through and bust through the tape at one of the piers out on Huntington Beach.
Nice.
So that
we're definitely interested. Yeah, we have to talk more later this weekend. Get in touch with Crypto Wendy O. I think I met her at a Bitcoin meetup out here. She's doing the like the women in Bitcoin.
Yeah, she's awesome, man. She's been so supportive of the tour, and she's really helped out a lot. So we really enjoy working with her, and she has meetups all the time. It's kind of her specialty. So I'm sure what she puts together is going to be awesome.
Nice. Absolutely. And then, I mean, this, the mission of this, the donation, the charitable donation for HAWC. I mean, this is something California definitely should be able to jump on with everything that's been going on here in the industry. I mean, so again, to be able to help survivors of some of these, terrible things that go on, help women's shelters and all that, it's a big deal.
Yeah. And, this is our first trip. We hope to have not only an annual Tour de Crypto where we do a massive journey, but we also want to start doing races and journeys in individual states to raise money for specific charities within that state. So I mean, this is we're looking to expand this globally. I mean, we've already had people from overseas contact us about doing a Tour de Crypto overseas next year. So it's certainly resonating with people, and we really threw this together in about 3 months. This probably could take a good 6 months to really plan, but we've just been as active as we can be 24/7, and people have been very receptive. I don't know if you guys saw, but World CryptoCon is a sponsor. They're donating 5% of their ticket sales to HAWC. So, that's huge. They'll be selling, several $1 million worth of tickets there. And then Ronnie Moaz also came on as a sponsor. He has a huge heart, and he's very involved with charity. He raised over $4,000 for food for the poor last year. So, we're really happy that those two got on board and are supporting the mission.
Oh yeah. Well, I will say, whenever you have a crypto charity basketball event, I'll join in.
That's actually a good idea. But hold on, we might have to keep this idea on our side.
But in the meantime, if people did want to join, can other people join the ride? Can actually ride with them, like join in a certain city and go to the next one?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have some people that have already reached out to us that want to ride after the conference, World CryptoCon conference. They want to ride with us.
Oh, finish it up. That's pretty
nice.
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, if anybody wants to ride, please contact me on Twitter, Blake Rizzo 24, and because I'll be in touch with the guys daily, and we can make arrangements for where they're going to be and where you want to meet up. But yeah, we've had several people reach out to us, and the more the merrier. We'd be happy to have people ride along.
There we go. That'd be pretty cool.
Bring a crowd. Yeah.
So you hear that, people? You can do You can do
What's
Real
that?
Crypto. I was telling people you can do Real CryptoCon October 31st, November 2nd. When you get done, you take a day to recover, hop on your bike, and finish up down to Huntington Beach, California. There we go, folks.
There you go.
And I mean, it's awesome that you do have Real CryptoCon sponsoring you. Again, we've been pushing that hard. That's going to be, one of the biggest, if not the biggest event of the year. You got Ronnie Moss to jump in as well. That's a huge deal, folks. He's a huge investor in this space. So you guys got a lot of traction in a short amount of time. I like to see that you actually did it. You're not doing this toward the peak or at the peak to get as much Bitcoin as you're doing. Like you say, you're doing it during the bear market. Everybody's been kind of twiddling their fingers, figuring out what to do next. And this is something to keep people busy and at least have a goal to look toward, for the next month here.
Yeah. And, along the way, we're stopping in 16 different cities. Ooh. So we're planning meet and greets in those 16 cities. So we'll be taking video footage from all those meet and greets. And, we're really asking anyone that's lives in or near any of those cities, if they want to help out with a meet and greet, to contact us as well, because the more people we can get involved, the better.
All right, so people, you hear it. We've always talked about community. Everyone says, why is the price not moving? Nothing's happening. We say it's because you don't let enough people know. Once at the end of the show, we give out all the information as far as where you can find them on the websites and their cities they'll be in. If they're going to be near your city or even in your city, try to do something. It won't take but a few hours. Come out and support. And at least you can donate your time there and raise awareness, and other people can come. So it's all a team effort, folks.
Yeah, or hand out water at the least.
Right.
You better go get some water.
Yeah. Speaking of water, the guys are actually they have an RV that's going to be following them. We have an RV. We've got some wraps going on the RV today for, to have our sponsors and the coins that are participating. But they're actually going to put a bunch of water in the RV because they're heading down towards the Carolinas. They'll be going into Charlotte.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So they're going to bring some supplies with them to hand out in that area as well.
Nice.
My hometown.
Yeah, I was about to say
I'll call my family now to go meet you if they need something.
Yeah, that hits close to home. We both went to high school there, again, raised there and everything. So that hits home.
Yeah, that's Charlotte, North Carolina is a stop on the 25th of September.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you for that as well. All right, next story up. CEO behind GAW miners, GAW miners, Paycoin Ponzi scheme sentenced to 21 months in prison.
Oh, man.
Homero Joshua Garza, the CEO of the now defunct U.S. crypto firm GAW miners, has been sentenced to 20 months in prison for defrauding investors. Local news agency Hartford Business reports Thursday, September 13th. What is Garza doing with this? Man. What is he doing? What's going on with this
guy? Josh Garza, I mean, he's one of the guys that's known as an OG scammer.
He's an OG scammer. Yeah, wait, you all didn't know those existed?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we got OG Bitcoin people, but we also have OG scammers, people that have been doing it so long at this point. People who, like myself, who saw these coins come out and they were instantly kind of like, all right, we know this is a scam. It kind of sucks for him because it was one of those things where people, it was really the Wild West, like 2013, 2014. People were releasing anything. And when it came to miners, the mining market picked up so fast. People were basically defrauding people with the manufacturer and being able to ship out at certain times. So this isn't anything new. I am kind of surprised it took this long for it to come around. But cloud mining, that was one of the big things people started coming up with. Started to show that it was sort of scammy, and you got to pay a price for it. And he has to pay back $9.2 million on top of that. So that's one of the things that you may go to prison, but you may also have to give that money right back. So it's never worth it, people. We always say that it's never worth it. You're gonna have to pay it back.
And one of the things about Garza, it looks like he was originally supposed to serve a 20-year sentence. That got dropped down, and they also said he gets to. They said he will, but I'm going to say Garza gets to report to prison on January 4th. 2019 and will be jailed until 2021. So it looks like he gets to enjoy his Thanksgiving, his Christmas, and his New Year's before he goes to jail. So that should be a lesson to all the criminals out there. Just do financial crimes. I guess they don't consider it the same thing, and you can have your holidays. I don't know.
Like I was say, mostly anybody else, it would have been like, yeah, you going to the next week.
Right. This guy, I mean, they really gave this guy like a strong, you get Halloween, you get, oh my goodness, you get like a 3.5 month vacation.
He can come to World CryptoCon before you go.
You know what? Yeah. So that's pretty interesting to see. But I mean, I don't know. Have you encountered any scams? You know, you're on the litigation side. I know you're not the crypto lawyer, but you're a lawyer. Have you seen any scams come across your desk besides the infamous BitConnect and all that good stuff?
Not really in the crypto space. I mean, obviously we watch them all and I'm familiar with them all. I guess the biggest scam, if you will, that I was involved in was I moved to Houston in 2001 and was involved in the Enron bankruptcy case. So,
that's a big one.
That was interesting. But
did you set up your offices down in Houston? Is that why you're there?
No, I had been in Louisiana practicing for 5 years. I was 30 years old and single, and an opportunity came in Houston, and I took it. And it just so happened that one of the first things I did was work on the Enron bankruptcy case. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
I used to work with some of the firms down there doing the mass tort and all that. I mean, all their offices are down in Houston.
Oh yeah, I know a lot of them.
Yeah, I know a lot of those guys down there. Yeah. It's some, that's a big business out there. Some of the folks suing those pharmaceutical companies. So I've taken a few trips to Houston to have those meetings and, been through the Galleria area. It's very nice. All that good stuff. Was it Riverwalk, Riverdale or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's that. Good stuff. All right. And last but not least, Mike Novogratz said the cryptocurrency market has found a bottle.
Word.
Hey, why not throw out predictions right now? This is a good time. Look, everybody's been doing it. Hey, I love it. This is a great time. It's been about 9 months now. Oh my goodness, it's been 9 months. The cryptocurrency market has seen steady declines, forcing most altcoin prices down 80% or more from their all-time highs. Even Bitcoin, quoted digital gold, has shed 68% from its mid-December peak. But as we always say here, I said it 2 days ago. September 12th of 2017, the price was $4,153. So we're still actually $2,000 higher than we were this time last year. We're just not at that peak. But it looks like the billionaire Galaxy Digital founder Mike Novogratz said that his thoughts have shifted. He wrote on Twitter, this is a BGCI chart. He has a chart up there for those who want to check out his tweet. He said, I think we put in a low yesterday. We touched the highs of late last year and the point of acceleration that led to the massive rally and bubble. Markets like to retrace to the breakout. We retraced the whole of the bubble. So he hashtagged it, calling a bottom. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, as somebody who has watched people who come out with news stories affect price, one of the things I will say is there's been 2 predictions of the bottom so far. Pantera Capital actually called the bottom in April, and Digital Currency Group founder Barry Silbert actually called a bottom in July. And they were both incorrect. So, you want to take it with a grain of salt. However, you know, Mike Novogratz is one of the trusted people in the space. So you don't want to, you know, go all in like, okay, he has to be perfectly correct. But it is a good time to watch as more and more people come out and say that this may be the bottom. So good to see there. You know, like you said, why not do predictions now? 9 months bear market, just throw something out, man. People just say it's the best time for you.
What are your thoughts, Blake? Have we seen the worst to come, or we still got a little bit more water to tread?
Man, you know, my prediction would be worth that 1 grain of salt too. But I hope we have. I would love to see a rebound and you know, get more people in. I think there are just so many people on the sidelines right now because they're afraid of what's going to happen. So I think just personally, yes. I mean, I know a lot of people would love it to drop down to 5,000 so they can get some cheap Bitcoin. But personally, I'm ready for it to, let's call it the bottom and let's move forward and get people back in and energized. And, you know, all these institutional organizations that you hear that are waiting on the sidelines, you know, let's get them in. Let's get this thing stabilized and solidified and move forward.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially with all the I mean, this bull run should be incredible because, you know, last year we didn't have the Abras and the Cash Apps and all these different ways to actually buy crypto. It was literally I have to go to Coinbase or, you know, what was the other big one? It was a couple Uphold, but a lot of people didn't know about that. So it wasn't a lot of ways for people to even buy cryptocurrency last year before the bull market started. So this year, now that you can literally buy it almost anywhere, it should be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, and futures are already here. So yeah.
So for the free Satoshis, what are we doing today?
Oh yeah. So for the free Satoshis, in regards to Tour de Crypto, like we stated before, if there are any other type of events that you would like to participate in, what would they be involving raising cryptocurrency? It could be, like I said, a charity basketball game. It could be a kids event, whatever it is. Put that comment. Most creative one will win. Have fun with it and put your public address and we'll send those free Satoshis.
There we go. All right. And once again, the Tour de Crypto, it is starting and it starts today, actually Friday, September 14th, the Hamptons, New York. They leave on the two cyclists are leaving on bicycles. It ends Friday, November 9th, 2018 in Huntington Beach, California. Again, this is for a HAWC, a Houston Area Women's Center, a nonprofit organization with a mandate to end domestic and sexual violence for all. So, you know, that's been literally the theme of this entire year. Some of last year in the media, what's going on in Hollywood and other big name industries. So if you're, I mean, it's simple. If you're against domestic abuse and sexual violence and you want to support this group, support Tour de Crypto. They have Ronnie Moss backing them, supporting them. They have Royal CryptoCon, which will be at backing them and supporting them. And again, they're giving away all those donations to that Women's Center HAWC to build that one or to service that 120 bed secure shelter. And again, even more beautiful on the tech side, they're going to be ensuring transparency by, you know, listing the wallet addresses from Tour de Crypto's website as well as HAWC's, and you can see everything. You know, all the transactions go back and forth. Something that we're real excited about bringing to our mainstream government. And the project is accepting donations in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Monero, Digibyte, Redcoin, Electra, Patcoin, and Four. And again, we put those websites where we put them down for the people. You can buy products through Donate. That's HODL Fuel and Bit Ninja Supply, where a bunch of awesome Tour de Crypto stuff is on there.
Absolutely.
Blake, where can they find you, the Tour de Crypto website, et cetera? Let us know. We'll put them in the notes section as well. But just we have folks that listen to our podcast. We put this in podcast form so they know as well.
Sure. Tour de Crypto. If you go to there on Facebook, Instagram, the web, everything is Tour de Crypto. tourdecrypto.com for the website. You can find me at Blake Rizzo 24 on Twitter. I am on Twitter 24/7, it seems like, promoting the tour. And then if you go to HAWC's page under the Support Us tab, they have a direct link to a Tour de Crypto page where they'll have all the wallet addresses for all the coins that they're accepting.
Nice.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for that. Bitcoin, is that you have anything?
That's all for me. Good to talk to you, Blake, and can't wait to see it progress.
Right. And this is going to be pretty cool, people. Hey, And again, we're going to try to set it up so we're at the finish line, too. We'll get in touch with Wendy O and see what she got going on and how we can, you know, help out or just come show up with some cameras.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. We'd love to have you guys involved, and I really appreciate you having me on today to help spread the word, because that's what we need. You know, we just need everybody to become aware and everybody donate. I was explaining the other day to someone, give $1, you know, because the more people that give, the better off we'll all be. None of us have to give a ton of money to this, but if everyone that's involved in crypto gave $1, we would hit the $1 million mark easily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I know I'm going to sign up this weekend and push some money as well. And then Alpha Robin said, when's the next champagne bottle and cigars coming out? Hopefully on September 9th, when the bikers finish the tour and they make it here at that same time. I'm calling it now. We have seen the bottom. When they get here, the price will boom
above 10,000.
Right, the price will hit a bull cycle,
and it's never coming back.
And we'll have cigars and champagne and a bunch of water bottles for these guys at the finish line, hopefully.
Hey, that sounds awesome.
There we go. Hey, Blake, thanks for joining us again. And as always, folks, thanks for watching. Have a happy Friday, a great weekend, and we will see you all back next week with some more crypto news. Cheers.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys.
All right, have a good one, Blake.
All righty.